Hello, my name is Erin. Today we're going to look at how to add section or chapter numbers to page numbers in Microsoft Word. Before we can add section or chapter numbers to page numbers, we first have to number the headings using Word's multi-level list command. If you've already numbered your headings, feel free to jump to the second section, which will be time-stamped in the description box below. I'll be using Word for Microsoft 365. These steps also apply to Word for Mac and the recent non-subscription versions of the software. These steps don't apply to Word for the web or Word for mobile. Before we begin, please note that your headings need to be created with Word's built-in heading styles. You don't have to have every heading complete. However, the top-level headings should already be inserted. Lastly, we'll only be covering the basics of adding numbers to headings today. For a full tutorial on that topic, please see my previous video, which will be linked below. To begin numbering headings, select the first heading in your document. Then select the Home tab in the ribbon. From there, select the Multi-Level List button in the paragraph group. And then select one of the styles from the list library that includes the words chapter, article, section, or heading. Your heading should now be numbered. Now we're going to add the section or chapter numbers we just created to our page numbers. To begin, select the Insert tab, and then select Page Number in the Header and Footer group, followed by Format Page Numbers from the drop-down menu. When the page number format dialog box appears, select Include Chapter Number, and then select the heading level that you want to include from the Chapter Starts With Style menu. For example, if Heading 1 represents chapter titles and Heading 2 represents sections, choose Heading 1 to include chapters or Heading 2 to include sections. Today I'm going to select Heading 2 to include my sections. Next, choose a separator to appear between the chapter or section number and the page number. You also have the option to enter a number into the Start At text box if you want the page numbers to start with a number other than 1. I do want my page numbers to start at 1, so I'm not going to do that today. Lastly, select the OK button. If your document had existing page numbers, they should now be updated to include the chapter or section numbers. If you don't have existing page numbers, PC users can reselect Page Number in the Header and Footer group, and then select Top of Page or Bottom of Page, and choose a location from the submenu. If you're on a Mac, reselect the Page Number button, select Page Numbers from the drop-down menu, and then select Top of Page or Bottom of Page from the Position menu in the Page Numbers dialog box. Next, select an option from the Alignment menu, and then select the OK button. Whether you're on a PC or Mac, your page numbers with sections or chapter numbers should now appear in your header or footer. And as always, remember to save your file to save your changes. All the steps we just performed are listed with images on my website at erinwritewriting.com, which is linked in the description box below, along with my playlists, How to Use Microsoft Word, and How to Use Word for Mac. Feel free to leave me a comment if there's a specific topic that you'd like me to talk about in the future. And please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss upcoming tutorials. And give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching.